Hi guys, so this is lesson 31 in module 4. It's actually the last lesson in module 4, and it's kind of a review of all of the addition and subtraction that we've been doing, but this time using word problems to guide us. So we're looking at number 1 from the problem set was a word problem. Mr. Roberts graded 57 tests on Friday and 43 tests on Saturday. How many tests did Mr. Roberts grade? Well, since we don't know the total, we know that we're going to have to add in order to get the total. So to do that, I'm going to start off by drawing out a tape diagram. To show that there were 57 tests on Friday. And I'm going to put with that there were 43 tests on Saturday. And I want to find the total of tests. I could draw that or write that out in the vertical way by just doing 57 plus 43 and then adding it the way that we've been adding it by starting in my ones and saying that 7 plus 3 equals 10. I would put my 0 and then I put my 1 on the line. And then 5 plus 4 would be 9 and 1 more would make 10. I could put my 0 and bring my 1 over, even though I'm just going to bring that 1 down in the end. So that my answer would then be 100 tests. Or one of the strategies, since it says use any strategy you have learned, they could actually use the strategy of pulling out a 10. So they could write it as 57 plus 57 plus 43, and they could pull out that 10, the group of 10, 50, which leaves you with 7, and they could pull out that group of 10, 40, which then leaves you with 3. 7 and 3 make a 10, which would then mean you were just adding up a bunch of 10s. So you would add 50 plus 40 plus 10, which is still going to give you 100 as your answer. Some of the problems on the homework are multi-step or more than one answer for the problem, or more than one question where you are going to use the same numbers to get your answer. So if I'm looking at number 2, and it says that there are, sorry about that. It says that there are 54 women and 17 fewer men than women on a boat. So how many men are on the boat? Well, now we're dealing with something that we don't know. So we know the women. We know that there were 54 of them. For the men, all we know is that there were fewer than there were women. So we know that our tape diagram is going to be shorter because we want it to be not as long as the women because there weren't as many. And we know that there were 17 fewer. So I'm going to put a little subtraction sign there. Then I could actually go and write it out the same way, in the vertical way, and then solve. I think most of us are able to now at this point not draw it out in the hundreds, tens, and ones and just actually look at it and see that 4 minus 7 cannot be done, and that I'm going to have to go and unbundle one of my 10s. So I'm going to unbundle that 5, make it a 4. I'm going to bring that 10 back to my 1s, which now makes that a 14. 14 minus 7 will give me 7, and then 4 minus 1 will give me 3. So now I know that there were 37 men on the boat. For the next question, how many people are on the boat? Now I can actually take what I learned right here, that there were 54 women and 37 men. And then I will just write a new problem. 54 women plus 37 men, and then I will add. So 4 plus 7 going to give me 11. 5 plus 3 will give me 8, and one more will give me 9 for my total answer of 91. Most of the problems on the homework are worked just like this. If they will draw out the tape diagram, I think it will help them see exactly what they're trying to do. Are you trying to add or are you trying to subtract? And that will help them solve the problems. So, hope this helps. Make sure you click the like button and subscribe to get all the new updates whenever they come out. Thanks.